What's going on, guys? Late night creep, another mulatto crime report. Unfortunate news, but I have an obligation. I have to share it with you guys. I have to inform the public. That's my job. That's my duty here. So here I am. And again, I'm going to repeat unfortunate news. It's sad. And I don't want to make this the highlight of everything going on. But it's important that I do talk about it and share this with you guys because I know there's a lot of you who are probably not aware of the news that I'm going to share with you guys. So I'm going to get into it right now and do the best I can reporting it. All right. Very sensitive topic. And here we go. All right. So this came across my news desk not too long ago, probably about a week ago or so. I'm just kind of barely getting to it right now. And as you can see here, it says California parents decapitated two kids, their own kids, forced younger ones to look at their mangled bodies. This is a hard one. This is a hard subject, a hard topic. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to review it and we're going to talk about it. This is a difficult one. Okay. And this was article at New York Post here. I'll have the links for you guys, published November 19th, 2025. So about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, updated November 19th. Okay, let's get into it. It says right here, a mother and father were convicted of decapitating two of their children. Can't make this shit up. And then making their two younger sons view their siblings' headless bodies. I mean, the death penalty is more justified than anything. Just get rid of these people. Just get rid of them. This is crazy stuff. And we got to talk about it because these are crimes being committed against us mulattoes. And who's reporting this? Who's advocating for you? Where are they at? I'd love to know. It says Maurice Jewel Taylor Sr. and Natalie Samiko Brothwell were found guilty Tuesday of deleting their daughter, Malika, 13, and son Maurice Jr., 12, middle schoolers, in the family's home in Lancaster, California in November 2020. So this was a few years ago. This is crazy work. Crazy. Somebody shared this. I was like, holy shit, this is insane. Let me get back here. It says after the savage killings, the parents made their two younger sons, ages 8 and 9, look at their older siblings' bodies before locking them in their bedrooms without food or water for several days. Okay, these are your monoracial parents who tell you race doesn't matter. Just be a good person. Race is a social construct. It's make believe. These are your parents, you know. When you come out here, you realize, oh, wait a second. People are tribalistic and they're clicking up. Where's your mulatto tribe at? All right. According to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, this was a monstrous act of cruelty that shattered an entire family. District Attorney Nathan J. Hodgman said in a statement Tuesday, these are the perpetrators. These are their parents. Maurice here on the right and Natalie on the left. Both of them, as it says, was found guilty of deleting their 13-year-old daughter, 12-year-old son, and his wife made their two younger sons view their siblings' headless bodies. You can't make this shit up. The most despicable crime imaginable. It's unfortunate I got to report this. You know, I don't want to, but I kind of feel like I have to. I have an obligation. Okay. And these are their own kids. Okay. They're terrorizing. And, you know, this is very sad stuff. Not that many people talk about it or want to talk about it. But again, I kind of feel like, well, I have to. I have an obligation to the public to let them be informed about this. All right. So, two innocent children were brutally deleted, and their young brothers were left to live through unimaginable horror. The children's bodies and the surviving brothers were found days later after firefighters responded to a gas leak at the house on December 3rd, and Los Angeles Times reported. This is the family here. Okay. Yeah, because the two older siblings who they forced to watch like the headless bodies, as it stated earlier, that they basically didn't have food or water, without food or water for several days. Yeah, these people shouldn't be breathing. Taxpayers shouldn't be paying for their cell. They should just be out of here. Get them up out of here. But as we know in this society, we know mulattoes don't like to advocate for mulattoes, so therefore they acquiesce to monoracial imperialism. And this is what they get, unfortunately. And then continuing on says the horrific deletions took place family's home at Lancaster, California. I think I've been out in Lancaster one time. I think it's kind of known for being, you know, meth ridden, if I'm not mistaken, which there's a lot of places in California that has that kind of reputation. I think I've been to Lancaster like once or twice in my life. I don't know what the hell I was doing. It's funny actually. I was like probably 14 years old or something like that a while ago. I was out there with a friend, visiting a friend. It was with a Yu-Gi-Oh contest. That's what it was in Lancaster. It was a Yu-Gi-Oh competition. I was playing with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I got into Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, and it was popular back then. And they had a tournament. They had a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and I had a friend out there who actually he was the one who put me on Yu-Gi-Oh. This is like in middle school, and I ended up going out there one time, Lancaster, to like a card shop somewhere to do like a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, Yu-Gi-Oh trading cards. So that's the only well Lancaster. Other than that, well, why the hell are you in Lancaster? But let me continue on. Neighbors had reported a smell emanating from the house, and clients for Taylor, a personal trainer who was working remotely, reported their concerns to authorities after he stopped showing up for virtual sessions and wasn't returning messages. Damn. Lancaster Mayor Rex Paris said at the time, which was during the middle of the C-19 pandemic, that it appeared that the economy closed schools and public spaces created a stressful environment. And I don't know what the hell this guy's, you know, the excuse is not even applicable. The parents were found guilty of 2 felony counts of first degree deletion with special circumstances and 2 felony counts of child abuse. They are scheduled to be sentenced on January 13th and are facing life in prison. Just get rid of them. Just delete them. Get rid of them. We don't need them here. We don't need them breathing. Look what they did to these babies. Look what they did. Their own family, their own flesh and blood, harming mulattoes. Would they dare do these crimes to anybody else? See, that's the issue I'm saying. Like, they think they can get away with harming mulattoes. It's not only your parents, as in this case, very tragic case, your parents who think they can harm you, but it's everyone else out in society. And my job, I'm not here to like scare you guys or like put this, stigma or whatever out here, just to inform the public that you need to be made aware of this. You need to start taking it seriously. This is a very hard kind of story and case to cover. I get that. I don't want to end your guys' evening with this news cycle, news story. Someone's got to talk about it because all the other little cookie cutter mulatto content creators having a circle jerk talking about the same shit that I've been talking about the past 3 years. They don't move on to this type of stuff. Someone's got to talk about it. If I got to be the kind of the negative Nancy, so to speak, or the negative Nathaniel in this point, it's like someone's going to talk about it, okay? Not an easy topic. I don't want to talk about it. That's why I haven't had a live stream in the past 2 weeks. Just been busy with life, obviously, making money, business. And but we got to report this news. We got to report it. It's not easy to talk about this, but someone's got to talk about this. How does this happen? How does like their own parents did this to them, the most horrific crime imaginable. And it's extremely unfortunate, but it stresses the case for why there isn't mulatto representation, why there isn't biracial advocacy. We understand with the foster care system, but not only that, even with your monoracial parents. A lot of them think they can just do whatever the hell they want, no consequences because you have no representation. Those days are over. You have younger voices, you have guys like me and others out here who are speaking up, we're reporting news, we're watching, we're observing and analyzing. Like, no, it's not appropriate. It's not gonna fly out here, right? Because we're watching, we're taking notes. And this is one of you. This is one of you. This is a mulatto. These are mulattoes. This is one of you. If you don't see yourself in them, I don't know what the hell you're doing over here on my social media, my platform. You're in the wrong spot. Okay. These are mulattoes who were harmed by their own parents. Okay. The least you can do is report the news, talk about this. But the next step goes, okay, what about action? Where's the action? Are you going to, if they have a GoFundMe, are you going to support it? You're going to pitch in some dollars? Are you going to advocate? Or are you going to reach out to your local representative, your governor, the Office of Management and Budget? Or are you going to tell them, hey, we need a mulatto category. We need representation. We need a hate crime bill to protect mulattoes from discrimination. Are you going to do that? Are you going to jump and take the next step? All right. So yeah, this is a difficult one. I'm going to go on to the next one. Of course, as always, I'll have the link there to share with you guys. Shout out to DC, day one. Appreciate you as always. I got AA in the chat. Greetings. Shout out to you. So I got another one here that I want to talk about. So let me get into this one here for you guys in a second. Let me just pull this up. Little slow tonight. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've been up here. And okay, yeah. It's another from New York Post as well. So all right, apologize for that. Let me pull this up right here. Okay, this New York Post as well. It's New York Post. They get all these dumb ads. I apologize, guys. I'm not paying for this bogusness to get rid of these ads. Nah, screw it. All right, Georgia beauty queen Trinity Pogue, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, deleted boyfriend's toddler son because she wanted children of her own. Prosecutors, December 5th, 2025. So this is what, a week ago? This article came out. This story came out. This is a woman here. Look at her. Miserable, capital C-U-N-T. Look at her. They even got soda pop right in front of her. They're feeding her proper. They're giving her water bottles and soda pop. And she's out here deleting kids. Yeah, there you go. White America, congratulations. There you go. So, and of course, white America sucking off Bantus, hating on mulattoes. There you go. If you want the news, the sources, the information, you know where to find me. You know where to go. You know where to go. All you little cookie cutter mulatto content creators scratching the surface, you know where to go. You want the real deal, you know where to go. A former Georgia beauty queen deleted her boyfriend's toddler son in a jealous fit of rage. Imagine that. Imagine that. Because she wanted to start a family with her partner, a black dude, and have their own children. She wanted her own children with this random black dude. But the black dude already had a child with another woman. And she didn't like that. Can't make this shit up. You have these monoracial people who are out here deleting mulattoes, jealous of mulattoes. I'm reporting the news. This is a hard topic to talk about. It's not easy. Do I want to talk about it? I don't want to talk about this again, but I have an obligation to the public to inform you on these matters. That's why I'm here right now. All right. Trinity Pogue 20 appeared in Sumter County Superior Court in Georgia on Tuesday, where she stands trial for the January 2024, so a year ago, or almost basically 2 years ago, deletion of 18-month-old Romeo Angeles. Guys, barely 2-year-old, a baby. This monster, capital CUNT, is attacking mixed children. Stupid ads here. I hate this. New York Post is right here. Oh my God, this New York Post is garbage. So right here, Pogue, a sophomore at Georgia Southwestern State University, at the time is accused of deleting the young toddler inside her boyfriend, Julian Williams' dorm room, where he was out picking up a pizza. He went to go pick up a pizza with his fat pig partner here, and she ended up deleting his kid. Crazy. And it says right here, Trinity Pogue appeared in Sumter County Superior Court in Georgia for her trial and deletion of 18-month-old, a year and a half, Romeo, little baby boy. She texted Williams that his son was not breathing, prompting him to rush back, find the toddler unresponsive, and drive him straight to the ER. Romeo never regained stability and was pronounced dead despite doctors' attempts to stabilize the baby boy for an emergency flight to the Children's Hospital in Atlanta. Okay, tough story, guys. This is a baby right here. A week after the tot's death, Pogue was charged with murder, aggravated battery, and child cruelty. She later pled not guilty to all charges. Prosecutors argued that Pogue killed Romeo out of resentment because she wanted a child of her own with Williams. What kind of evil shit is that? Guys, I mean, this is monoracial supremacy against mixed race children and babies. This is difficult stuff to talk about. Somebody's got to talk about it. So I'll be the guy to talk about it. She wanted to have a child or children with Julian Williams. Prosecutor Lewis Lamb told jurors on Tuesday, according to the courtroom footage from Court TV, but not that child. Lamb argued that Pogue was jealous that Williams paid more attention to his son as a baby, paid more attention to his son more than her, and that she did not want to assume a stepmother role. Well, she can assume the role now as a prison wench to the Lesbos, basically. That is insane. This story is insane. Baby boy, 18 months, not even 2 years old. He also told jurors that Pogue expressed her hatred toward the child in a text to her roommate hours before the tragedy. I can't stand being around JD anymore. This is a quotation from this monster here. JD, which is what Julian, he wants me and he hates me and I hate him. That is insane. Lamb said she allegedly wrote, she texted, said he hates me and I hate him. That is insane. Demonic demon. Look at this monster here. The deceased child's birth certificate identified him as Romeo Angels, but Julian Williams gave the child's name as Daxter Drew at the hospital. Sumter County Coroner Mathis Wright said last year. That's a whole mouthful there. Sumter County Coroner Mathis Wright. There we go. The prosecution further claimed that while at the hospital, Pogue searched for terms like "how do you get a brain to bleed," and "quote unquote how can a depressed skull fracture go unnoticed," end quote. She searched these terms here. How do you get a brain to bleed? Or how can a depressed skull fracture get unnoticed? Jesus Christ. Look at this monster here. Yeah. Out here deleting babies, right? All you mixed dudes out here, all you mixed guys with your little white fetish, looking real fucking stupid right now, aren't you? But of course, you're not going to report this news. Of course not. You're too pussy. You need a guy like me to give you courage. Of course not. All you men, too fucking pussy to report the news. You need a man like me to report this. Yeah, you're sitting back watching. Yeah, you're going to sit back and listen. Of course. You need me to give you motivation and courage. That's how it is with all of you. Wright testified that Pogue initially claimed the toddler had been eating chips moments before becoming unresponsive, a detail contradicted by the medical exam, which found he had not eaten anything before his death. The exam instead found the child suffered blunt force trauma to the head and torso until his brain was useless. Wright said that Pogue later changed her story and told investigators he had fallen off the bed. Emergency room physician Dr. Michael Bunzman told the court that Pogue's account was inconsistent with Romeo's injuries, explaining the head swelling and fluid from a toddler's nose pointed to a direct blow. If convicted on all accounts, Pogue faces life without parole or the death penalty. Give her the death penalty. Give the monster death penalty. Get her up out of here. Bury her underneath the jail. Get them up out of here. These people out here deleting children, especially mixed children. That's the key thing. These people out here have a fetish to humble and harm mixed people. Get them up out of here. Get them out of here. And this is her, like, she's like supposed to be a beauty pageant, whatever, beauty winner. This is right here, was named Miss Dolinsville 2023 and later competed in the National Peanut Festival pageant. I have no idea who the hell thinks she's like pretty or all that. I don't know, some southern shit. It looks like it's the South. I don't know what area. It's just the South. I don't know. I don't know how this person, like where I come from in California, Orange County, like yeah, this is what you would call not even average at best, homie. Not even average at best. Very sad and pathetic. This is low tier. All right. And yeah, so let me continue on, finish this off. It says Pogue earned the 2023 Miss Dolinsville title and later participated in the National Peanut Festival beauty pageant, where she did not place. She has since been stripped of her titles. Okay. Shortly after her arrest, Pogue was released on a $75,000 bond, a decision that outraged Williams. The Julian Williams was the father of the child, right? This feels like a slap in the face to me and my family, Williams said. All we want is justice for my son. Letting her out and being free is not right. She took an innocent 1-year-old's life. It's crazy work. Well, Julian, homie, you chose wrong. I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, like, he didn't know. You didn't know that you're living with a monster amongst you. I mean, it's crazy work. The whole point here is that these people jump out here and think they can attack mixed people. They think it can spread lies and propaganda. This is what it leads to. They're out here trying to delete you when you're young. We know when back in the colonial slavery times, that was a reoccurring theme. If white women got pregnant by a black male, they would delete and abort the baby. Post birth. This is very real and very real implications. So we're seeing that playing out now with this situation, where they think they have ownership over you. They can just delete you. They can harm you. And who's advocating for you? That's the whole point. This is a very difficult subject, very difficult news to report. But I have to report it. I have an obligation. That's why I'm here, to report this. And I'm going to kind of end it on that because, yeah, what else is there to say? No words, speechless for this. Somebody here, AA, puts, thank you so much for reporting this. It's been happening for years. Mulatto kids get trafficked, abused, and murdered. And no one says anything. No one says, all your mulatto content creators, All these mulattoes out here, it's so hilarious. You've had all these mulatto content creators, but yet none of them want to talk about this. I find that hilarious. They got so much shit to say, but they don't want to talk about this. Maybe they're ill informed. That's cool. Okay, I'm the intellectual thought leader. I'll be the one to inform you. Now you know. So now what's up? Now what you're going to say about this? All right. Yeah, complete trailer trash, garbage, scum of the earth. And mulattoes have to address them as such. That's it, guys. It's not the most positive stream. I get that. It's kind of a quick pop up stream. Just share the news with you guys. It's difficult. And again, I'm going to reiterate, nobody else is talking about this. I got to be the one to talk about it. All right. And that's why you guys come to me. That's why you guys tune in, listen to me. And I am a servant for you. And I'm going to keep this going on. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out.